Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know it have been a long time since you guys have seen me, and it's just been so much going on, just school, stressful as ever, just everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, so how you guys been? Like, let me know down in the comments below, because I haven't been doing so good. That's why I have not been posting. Like, everything just went just crashing, and it's just like every term we go up, it's getting harder and harder, which is to be expected, but I think it's just really starting to hit me. So first, let me start out by saying I did pass all my classes last term. We have been on spring break all last week, and I just really wanted that break to myself so I could just recuperate, get ready for the next term, get everything in order, just organize everything for the next term, just everything. So as you guys know from my previous videos, last term I was currently in Med-Surg 2, and Med-Surg 2 clinicals. I was taking pediatric and pediatric clinicals, so that's 4 classes. We get separate grades for all of them. So I did pass all of my classes that term. So let me explain to you guys about last term while I was so stressed out. So as you guys know, we have a Hesi. So for last term, we only had to take 1 Hesi, and that was for pediatric. So you have to make at least an 800 to pass, and it doesn't matter what you have in that class. You can have an A, B, C, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you do not make above an 800 on your Hesi, you have to automatically repeat the whole entire course. And let me tell you, the money that they're charging is ridiculous. Like, no. So we have to take a predictor first. You get a chance to pass on the first time. You don't have to retake it. But if you do not, you have to wait 2 weeks and then go back and retake it before that term is over with. Now, you guys, I took my predictor and I failed it. I failed my predictor. I made a 729 on my predictor for pediatric, and I was devastated, you guys. I was so hurt because, since I've been in the program, I've always passed my predictors to try to get them out the way, because then you still have finals for all of your classes. All 4 classes have different finals. Then you also having exams, chapter exams and stuff. Still, you gotta have your quizzes, homework assignments, just everything, just all at once, just begins to just crumble down on you. You have this really big test that you have to pass. It's nowhere around, you have to pass it. But I studied my behind off for those 2 weeks. I didn't do anything. I studied. I actually went and bought a tablet solely just for pediatric, and I was just writing out all the disease process and everything. And the main thing what really helped me with pediatric Hesi, this book right here, you guys. When I tell you, it goes into details with every disease process with pediatric, and it give you the interventions, everything. This book is what really made me pass my second Hesi. So when I got ready to take my second Hesi, it was the last week of school. I went in. We actually had I had an exam that same morning in Med-Surg 2. I had an exam. Luckily, I passed that one as well, with an 80 something. I can't remember the exact grade for it, but I passed that. So then afterwards, I was scheduled to take my Hesi at 12 o'clock p.m. So we was done with class around 10:15. I'm just I'm nervous, I really don't know. I feel like I'm ready for it, but I just have test anxiety so bad. I get so nervous. I would sit at a computer and my mind would go blank. That's just how bad it is. But I was if it's for me, I have faith in God that I'm gonna pass this test, and that's just that. And that's exactly what I did, you guys. And so I went to my teacher and I told her, I'm ready to go ahead and just take my test. I'm ready to just go ahead and get it over with. My classmate, they wished me good luck and stuff. So I sat down to the computer. I was extremely nervous. I wouldn't even press the next button. I'm just I said me a little prayer. And at some point, it was just a sense of relief. I don't know what came over me, but it was just you got it. You're gonna pass it. So I'm going through, I'm answering the questions, and everything I tell you guys, everything that I read in this NCLEX book was on that test that I had to retake. Also, I did this thing called Your Best Grade. It's also for Hesi. That helped me as well. But most of all, the in-class book, hands down, is what got me through it. So once I was done, it's only 55 questions. Once I was finished, I got to question 55, and I would not press the next button like to submit the test, because you get your results as soon as you're done. You get to see what you made. And I wouldn't, I remember I wouldn't click it. And I told my teacher, I'm like, I don't know. I'm nervous now, Heart is like out my chest. I just beating really fast. I'm like, I don't know. She was like, go ahead. She was like, I'm sure you did good. And you guys, I pressed the next button and I passed. Like, I was so excited. You guys do not know, like, the relief it was to pass that test. Like, everything, I just felt like everything else was just like a breeze at that point. Like, once I passed my Hesi, I was like, okay, thank God. Like, that's the first thing I said as soon as I seen it. And I think I did get like a 1061 or something. Like, I don't know exactly what it was, but I know I got over 1,000 on it. So I actually went up like 300 and some points for it. But I know when I took my predictor, I changed so many answers, like it was ridiculous. I second guessed myself. Well, I would say probably a third of all of the questions. Like, I really second guessed myself. I changed so many answers, and I was just like, I would never do that again. Like, even when I was taking my actual Hesi, I was sitting there and I was like, I don't think that's the right answer. Let me change. I was like, no. I'm gonna stick with my first thought, and that's it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna click and go. Like, whatever answer comes to my head, and if I find it in the answer choices, that's the answer I'm gonna pick, and I'm not gonna second guess myself. And I think that also helped me, because I was so tempted to change my answers, but I'm so glad that I didn't. So now that I have passed all of those classes, I am now going into term 6. This school only has 7 terms, so I am almost to the finish line, you guys. I just have to get through it, and you'll be looking at your future nurse coming here in October. So for this term coming up, I will be in maternity, mother and baby, and it's a clinical for that, and I'll be in complex med surg, and it's a clinical for that too as well. So those are the 4 classes that I will be taking next term. So those classes gonna run me from April until June. June will be my last month taking these classes. When I pass all of these, I would then be in capstone. If some of you guys don't know what capstone is, it's like just a really big exit exam for your nursing program. You have to make at least an 850 to get out. They changed the requirements. It was an 800, but now they changed it to 850 in order for you to be able to get out of the program. So I'm very excited about that. I am so much closer to the finish line. I remember when I first started, and I was like, oh my God, these 21 months is gonna be the longest months of my life. But you guys, they came fairly quick. I have a little over 5 months left in the program, so I'm just gonna continue to pray, keep my faith in God, and hopefully I will get through the finish line without having to repeat any classes. Also, I want to give a major shout out to Mometrix. They reached out to me over my spring break, and they sent me 3 books for in-class purposes. This is, let me show you. This is one of the books that they sent me. It just, the in-class are in practice questions. So this book is just filled with practice questions, and I can test myself, and they have the answers in the back. They also sent me the in-class are in flashcards. Now, I've already started looking at some of these flashcards, and let me show you how they look. This is how they look. Like, they just give you like a discussion on the front, and then on the back it give you the explanation for what they're asking you on the front here. I have found it to be very beneficial. I also looked in like the pediatric sections, because I just recently left that class. So, and I did see some of the things that we have been studying in class, like pyloric stenosis and stuff like that. So I think these are going to be very helpful for me for my in-class. And they also sent me this book as well. So they're just like another study guide. I don't know if you guys seen in my previous videos, I did use Mometrix for my TEAS test. That's the only thing that I really did study to get into the school for my TEAS. Now, I did look on like YouTube for like just more in-depth details with some of the like the organ systems, like the endocrine system and stuff. But for the most part, I did use Mometrix Tease Test Study Guide. So I really do recommend this right here for NCLEX purposes. If any of you guys like farther along than I am in my program, you can reach out to them, or you can go on their website, and I will leave it down in the description bar below as well, so you guys are able to go on there and get some of these test books. Now I know some people are probably saying it's too early for you to be studying for your NCLEX. No ma'am, I'm one of the ones, I am trying to pass my NCLEX on the first try. I want to go ahead and get out of the way, go ahead and go into my field, because as soon as I'm finished, I'm going right back to school to get my BSN, and then from my BSN I'm going straight to my DNP. So I have no time to waste. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's really been going on and why I haven't been posting. I just really wanted to take some time off and just really focus on school. So I will continue to keep you guys updated on like what's going on in the program. Also, if you have not followed me on my Instagram, I will leave that down in the description bar below as well, and it will also be somewhere on the screen too as well, so make sure you guys follow me on that too. So I will see you guys in my next video.